if you can hear me. Sorry about the wait. The game audio wasn't loading. It took me a couple reloads to fix. I hope it's working now. Heyo, hey Aether Wolf. Like I think all of the audio is working now. Hi, welcome to Scarlet Hollow. Down one Motts. Hopefully this will go all right, seeing as I'll be having to voice everyone. You are able to hear the game audio, right? It is in fact working, right? Otherwise, I may have to reload the game like a third time. Yep. Okay, good. I was a bit worried there because it wasn't showing up in OBS, which meant it wasn't sending it to the live stream. Crystal clear. Awesome. So, chapter 4. This is going to be fun. We've been supernaturally aged, and Stella's about to go missing, so excited for this one. Yes, me too. Oh, I cannot wait to get to whatever the conclusion for Hot and the conflict with Reese and Dr. Kelly's gonna be. Oh boy, am I excited to see how that's gonna play out. I don't think we need a recap. You open your eyes. It's a new day. And you feel like S. You're hoping some of your strength will return to you after a good night's sleep, but you feel just as drained as when you dug yourself out of that shallow grave. Your limbs are heavy, your heart struggles to keep up with your movements. You feel like you've lost something that was important to you. Your thoughts drift to the countless hours you spent pushing your body to its physical limits. We've lost our gains. It's as though the peak of a mountain you've been climbing your entire life has been sawn off, leaving you to contemplate a disappointing plateau. Boy, that's gotta suck. Like, I've spent that long trying to get better. I don't regret because Tabby is safe from Charlie. Yes. Yeah. At least Tabby's okay. Don't care what happens to me. I made the right decision. I'll do it again. Yes, you did what had to be done. Who knows what would have happened had you left the ghost behind to fester. Hey, you lost only some K, not all. We'll be fine. Yeah, we're not a complete weakling, but we definitely can't take Wayne in a fight now. Not that we could before. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine, but your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, just wanted to check in. Hope you're doing okay. Heart. Also wanted to ask if you've heard from Stella. Kanika, yes. I like the little heart edition. Check your messages. Still nothing from Stella. You dial Stella. Hey, what's up? Haha, just kidding, I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology, huh? Anyway, leave a message, or don't. I never check this thing. Mailbox is full and can't accept messages at this time. Nick and I are pretty worried about you. Please respond. Stella, clear your voicemails. Okay, like, how many of those voicemails do you think are from Tabby, though? You know, just Tabby yelling at Stella to, you know, stop breaking into her mind. Probably 95% of them. Yeah. Yeah, like a good majority, I'd imagine. Although, if you told me that she has never once checked her messages, and that those are from when she got the phone, I would completely believe it. Does Stella disappear like this sometimes? Kinda, but with everything going on, I don't feel comfortable letting her run off on her own. We should look for her, right? Come to town, we should stick together. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Might as well take a shower before starting the rest of your day. The hot water soothes your aching joints. Despite the state of the bathroom, this shower is a good place. As it rinses your body clean, my mind is still a blank slate. Once again, think about nothing. Either think of a special someone or be a bimbo. On the one hand, my mind is still a blank slate. On the other hand, think of someone special. I'm really bemused, because I've never clicked on the think of someone special. I'm really bemused over the options here. Like Stella, Kanika, Avery, Oscar, Reese, Dr. Kelly, Wayne. Of course, gonna think about Kanika. Think about Kanika, the resident goth and one of the most level-headed and fashionable people in town. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Kelly and domination. Ooh. You make your way to the closet. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. Okay, so if Wayne is being puppeted by, like, the spirit of the person that was being represented by Avery in the play. Like, what do you think Wayne was doing in this room? Like, do you think he was looking through the boxes, or do you think he was specifically, like, picking up the doll? Something to think about. Open the drawers. Two possums stare up at you. They both have a bread now. That's nice. They wave up. You wave at them. They continue to stare up at you blankly in response. Probably just watching over you and ADHD kicked in and said, "Oh, a doll." I mean, that tracks. Just, you know, wanted something to do, started poking around. Like, that makes sense. Like, there's obviously some creepy possibilities, because, like, I mean, like, if, like, that's, like, a ghost, that ghost probably has roamed the house for, like, a while. There's, like, a lot of dead Scarlets. Ooh. You close the drawers. It's their home now. There's nothing you can do to change that. Time to face your cousin. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking. This week, of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate already. If he attempted to touch you in your sleep, you definitely notice. Yes, I would hope that we definitely notice. It's kind of funny to imagine Wayne just sort of walking around boredly, trying to find something to do. Opens, like, closet, closes closet because there's nothing in there, opens closet again, picks up doll, closes closet, walks around with doll for a bit, puts doll back, sits down in, like, the little chair. Mine's in trouble. You should just sell the estate, get out while you still can. Talk about the strike. Yes, talk about the strike. Explore hot. Do you want me to smooth things over? I'm pretty good at negotiating. People always help me out with stuff like this if I ask nicely. I mean, I gotta do the hot dialogue. Yeah. Do you want me to help smooth things over? I'm pretty good at negotiating. They'll always help me out with stuff like this if I ask nicely. Wait, do you think that's because you're good at negotiating? Has nobody told you that's because you're... never mind. Look, I appreciate the offer, but I'm not sure that's the sort of thing you'd be able to pull off. Even if they didn't already know you're my cousin, you getting involved would be a great way to throw gasoline on a fire. This is my problem to fix. Your only job is to stay safe until the funeral is over. Oh, that was fun. The notation of you possibly... You actually just straight up not knowing why people are so nice to you is so funny. Tabby was about to call you hot / physically attractive. Yeah. Like, Tabby was about to call us hot, but, like, we legitimately seem to have forgotten that we are hot. There. I'm usually pro-union, but never told you it's because you're physically attractive. Knight, huh? Yes, like literally that though. Come on, your mom just died. Can they not? Right? Let me at least get her in the ground first. That's fine, I'm gonna sort this out. Just need to keep things together long enough for the mind to get back on its feet, and everyone will be happy and we can all go back to normal. You're not pro-union? I'm pretty sure it was... Yeah, I'm usually pro-union. I am also pro-union. I am mostly on the side of, like, I'm mostly siding on, hey guys, cool it for a couple days. I'd like to say I am very pro-union, like, not to the extent that Motts is, but I am very much like, no, like, F, like, corporations nonsense. You know what the strikers even want? I haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any one of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. Oh, risk your life to pull those kids out of mine. The other day should get off your back. Let's give them what they want to have. That's the right thing to do. There's no use fighting the inevitable. Anything else going on? It's hard to care about something as mundane as a strike. Yeah, maybe just give them what they want. If that's the right thing to do, or maybe, yeah, you're in a really difficult spot right now. Would Knight understand the concept of like not understand the concept of like a strike, really grasp the severity of it? It's not exactly like we've had many conversations with Tabby about the mines. I think I'm gonna go with, just give them what they want, Tabitha. It's the right thing to do. I don't know what they want yet, but I can assure you, whatever it is, I probably can't give it to them. Not now. It's not a hard thing to understand. Strikes are normally last resorts. Yeah, like, they're normally last resorts, but like, unfortunately with a lot of businesses that it's become kind of a quick like resort thing, because negotiations just break down like immediately. You know? It's like, go to like Union presents some changes that they'd like to see, and then the company just responds with a no, flat out. I wish that was better. Barely keeping things afloat right now. It's been that way for a while. I want to be able to give people more time off. I want to be able to give them raises. I just need more time to fix things before I can afford to do that. Also, it's interesting to note that Tabby does actually want to make things better, but the mine is doing really badly. She can't afford to give them more time off, more raises. That's why the ditchlings are here. They were predicting the strike. Those doughy things we saw in the library yesterday? Look, I get there's weird stuff happening right now, but let's not muddy something as mundane as a strike with the supernatural. They're two entirely different things. The mine is based on how Perlan was running it. That's true. Like, I'm now kind of wondering if, like, even, Tabby just, like, redoing all of the structuring, would that even fix it, though? Because, like, she was, of course, brought up to run it the way Perlan ran it, which is bad. Like, and on top of that, it's also in, like, not exactly in a particularly stable environment. My theory, episode 5's trait save will involve the strike in some way. Interesting. I wonder how. Like, especially because, like, you might end up with a small strike versus a big strike. So I'd be kind of curious how, like, episode 5's trait would then tie into the strike. Probably should have seen this coming. Who's to say I didn't? Wasn't ever really a question of if, more of a question of when. Forgive me if I didn't expect them to walk out a few days before my mother's funeral. Couldn't even wait until Perlan was in the ground. I'm trying, like, I know that episode 5 is gonna be really big, so I'm trying to connect, like, Forbidden Wing with, like, Strikers. Trying to think of any ways they could overlap. Feel free to share your theories. I'd love to see them. Have you heard anything from Stella? I can't get a hold of her. No, that's not exactly newsworthy. I'm sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. Here's on how the established starred romances in episode 4 will continue in episode 5. Yeah, I'd be curious about that too. Like, I obviously haven't, like, romancing Kanika is the first romance I've done, so I'd be kind of curious, like, how that's going to progress. And presumably, you get more scenes with, like, the characters, that would be important there. But if, like, you're also including romances like Dr. Kelly. That would imply that we'll see Dr. Kelly again if she's alive. Maybe you could bring Stella with you when exploring the Forbidden Wing. Oh, yeah. Oh, the horrible idea of, like, if you have a... the horrible idea of if you have, like, a romance character, you can invite them over to go explore the Forbidden Wing with you, and then, you know, actively bring them into mortal peril. Is kind of funny. And or, like, if, like, you do invite, like, say we invite Kanika, the idea of Stella being like, hey, so we're exploring the Forbidden Wing, right? Just third wheeling over. I'm really curious what we're gonna see in that Forbidden Wing. Didn't think making a deal with a ghost would feel so physically bad. I thought it would be. I was making a metaphorical trade. You have no one to blame for this but yourself. I wanted to leave. You refused. Who just goes and makes a deal with a angry ghost? Why would anyone do something like that? Or maybe having a private makeout session with Reese in the Forbidden Wing. That's just very funny to imagine. Just like, oh hi Reese, like, you how'd you get in through the window? Oh, it's fine. I'd kind of want Reese to climb in through the window like the little cryptid he is. So, ghosts are real. Still can't get over that. I can. What does that actually change about anything? You're Scarlet. You were probably going to die young anyways. I still have a mind to run. He gets too excited and turns into his monster form. I support monster efforts. I can only imagine the number of people in the Scarlet Hollow fandom that prefer Reese's monster form. I can just imagine them. Should we ask, should we do the explore about if the mine's in trouble, you should just sell it? Or, can I leave it at that? Oh, there's just a few of them, obviously lying. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'd say it. The mine's in trouble, you should just sell it. Sell the estate. Get out while you still can. Have the bristles. I'm not giving up like that. This is the Scarlet Mine. I'm just going to cash out on our family's legacy, bringing the mine back to life one way or another. What do you mean by one way or another, Tabby? Hey Tabby, quick important question about the goat I'm not aware of, totally. Are you going to do some sort of, you know, ritual to resuscitate the mine. Tabby, please don't sacrifice someone. Yeah, Tabby. Please don't sacrifice someone. That's interesting, though. I'm currently now just thinking about Night in the Woods. Because, like that was like a whole, like, plot, like, in the end there. Probably should get going, right? Yeah. I've dawdled long enough. Stay safe, no more hijinks. Especially your hot cousin. Yes, please don't sacrifice your hot cousin. She has a date with Kanika. Let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. And figure out the rest of your day. Who knows how much of your new affliction will affect your appetite? Make yourself PB&J in anticipation for the long day ahead of you. That's that. Hi, frou-frou. Bye, frou-frou. I'm not allowed to bother you, frou-frou. The birds sound different today. Muffled, like your ears are full of cotton. The dull sun shines down on the surrounding wilderness, seeming to wash the color from the world. I still think it's interesting that even if Tabby hates you, Tabby will come to your rescue. Oh. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, I suppose, like, Tabby is a good person. She's just raised by one of the worst people, like, she could possibly have been raised by. So, like, it makes sense to me that she would still come to, like, help you if you call her for help. Oh. Which also has me somewhat worried. I suppose there is also the possibility that if she needs to sacrifice a Scarlet to revive the Scarlet Mine, that would also make sense as to why she would want you alive. Okay, I want you to know, I just noticed this ditchling right here behind the text box. I don't like the fact that I've noticed that ditchling. Like, she's obviously a good person, but I feel she needs us for something. Yeah. I definitely agree. You're adjusting. Already your body is starting to accept the change that has come over it. To accept that this is how things will be from here on out. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line, a feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods on Monday. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. Maybe I'm reading too hard into things, just a family care for each other thing. I mean, it could be that. Like, it definitely could just be, like, family caring for each other. Like, Tabby definitely has, like... Tabby has definitely got, like, a good person under all of that, all those brambles and all that, like, thistle. I'm kind of now wondering to myself if, like... If this is perhaps actually like a almost like a double, like, fake out here. Like, Sybil actually wants Tabby to be the sacrifice and for you to take over the Scarlet name. I can't put out the fact that that could be a thing. To your surprise, you find a familiar face making its way up the path towards you. Hey, I was just coming up to see you. Hope you were able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. They don't say anything about your appearance, but you can see them take you in, light of the day revealing your new features clearly for the first time. Hot. They smile. Clearly they like what they see. You doing okay? The ghost may have stolen my youthful good looks, but it couldn't take my hotness. My bone structure could never be laid low by mere aging. Well, hot dialogue, obviously, yes. I feel like Wayne wants us to be safe from Sybil and Tabby wants us to be safe from Wayne and Sybil. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good assessment. I can't entirely say that Sybil wants us to be safe, though. Ghost may have stolen my youthful good looks, but it couldn't take away my hotness. My bone structure could never be laid low by mere aging. You got that right. It doesn't kill you, makes you hotter, right? Ditchlings everywhere now, even though it's daytime. He returns to survey the tree line. I noticed a few on my way up. Don't flirt with Avery no matter what. Of course not. They're kind of funny now that I'm getting a good look at them. Their scrunched up little Sharpay faces. So, should I be worried about these things? I know they're a bad omen or something, but like, are they dangerous? They're gonna eat me if I take a wrong turn, right? They're not a big deal, just hit him with a stick or something. I punched one left, an imprint of my fist in its face. Wayne stepped on one and exploded. They're not very threatening. Maybe they're not threatening to you. You're kind of ripped, and that Wayne guy, I mean, he's not human, right? Still, if you're not worried, I won't worry either. I'll just be sure to keep my eyes out for a stick, I guess. How are you doing after last night? I'm great. With something like possession, I kind of feel like there's more upsides than downsides. There aren't a lot of people out there who can say they've been through something like that. It's a pretty cool badge of honor as far as I'm concerned. Have you heard anything from Stella? I haven't heard from her, though we don't text much. I haven't checked with Winnie to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything. But if you haven't heard from her, that doesn't sound great. True, I got puppeted by a vengeful spirit. Seeing her like that last night was awful. She's usually so unflappable. Not many can say that and not be crazy. Yes, definitely. We should invite Avery to go look. Yeah, bring Avery with you though. I was about to say, like, we're looking for Stella. We're not going on, like, a date, so... Gink and I are meeting up to look for Stella. Wanna come? Absolutely. Told Winnie I'd be coming in late today, so I've got time. I don't know much, though. From what I saw this morning, there's already a few miners holed up in there. You must be using it as a home base for the strike. Oh, by the way, there's a strike going on. I'm sure you already know that, though. I have to imagine Tabitha would have told you this morning. Let's head to town. Yeah, good idea. The number of times I had to pass by the flirt options, just paranoidly making sure I don't accidentally, move a pixel up and click on one of them. Good if we start back down the path to town. Isn't long until you find your It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Knight, you made it, and you picked up an Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, like, emotionally. Kanika, stay slaying. Yes. Like, yes. I love all of Kanika's outfits. They're so pretty. Yeah, I'm not too bad. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. Joints all out of whack, totally exhausted and super foggy. Kanika's pretty in general. Yes, Kanika is. I've always been insisting I caught a cold, and I wasn't buying it. But as of this morning, I've come around. It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've all had. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from looking for Stella. Well, I mean... We're not going to not take the flirt with Kanika option. Right. You're stylish as always, even the morning after being trapped in a nightmare realm. That's really nice of you. Picking outfits is an important part of my morning ritual. Helps get me out of bed on tough mornings. Like this one. Avery looks amused. Yes. They're just like, oh, you two a thing? Can't believe I'm talking about fashion while Stella might be in trouble. Thanks, though. You're sweet. Do you still think there's a rational explanation for all this? Kanika sighs heavily. Rational? Sure. Rooted in the reality that, until a few days ago, I thought was devoid of all magic and supernatural-ness? No. Ghosts are real. They can suck you into illusionary dimensions and puppet your body like a fleshy marionette. Next thing you'll know, we'll find out the secret society of warlocks running the country, or that angels are real. You gotta admit, it's kind of thrilling, isn't it? Anything could be possible. Who knows what the new day holds for all of us? Be a little more thrilling if it weren't terrifying. The magical stuff we found so far just wants to hurt us. When you have a magical being that's on our side, where are the magical girls when you need them? Well, Knight lives in Angel Town, so yeah. Have we considered that... Have we considered that there is angels in Angel Town? You take a moment to sip some water. Knowing how generally unobservant Knight is, though, she could legitimately be from a town that is full of actual angels and have not noticed that that's a little weird. Your mom's totally a witch, right? Maybe she's the magical girl. So if magic comes to see your mom at some point today, maybe she'll shed some light on some things. Maybe one of us will discover our magical potential soon. That'd be neat. I mean, if you live in Angel Town your whole life, questioning why there are angels around is real rude. Yeah, no, that would be pretty rude. You just sort of like accept that that's what, you know, life looks like. You're kind of, you know, the weird one out, you know, no wings, no halo. I'd say that'd be a neat one. I was thinking about that one. Maybe one of us will discover our magical potential soon. That'd be neat. I hope so. This town's getting way too much for normal humans to handle. My money's on Night. It's only when she showed up that all this stuff really kicked off. That seems like magic material. Or maybe your mom. She's kinda witchy. Nah, she's more new agey crystals and herbs kind of lady, not straight up magic. If magic is real, I don't see why it would be stored in a bunch of rocks, no matter how colorful. But what do I know? I thought ghosts weren't real until one grabbed me by the bones. I'm kind of... Okay, like... How much of, like, her teas do you think are just, like, small potions? Like, all of them, right? Like, anytime she offers weird teas to people, it's like a little potion, right? Well, if Night was mystical, maybe she would have magical potential. No, we don't have, we don't have any magical potential. We just have big muscles, and like, and we're very pretty. We have the magic of charisma and fists. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told us all last night. Maybe she's gonna read your fortune. After last night, wouldn't doubt that she actually could. I've always had a bit of that Glinda vibe going for her. Yeah, maybe I should stop making fun of her new age mystic thing. Lots happened the past couple days. I need to take a page out of Stella's book and just block this S out. I need to be focused. I can't keep having all these existential crises. There'll be plenty of time for tea after we found Stella. Is someone manning the general store? Or are we just leaving the general store unmanned? That's fine with me. Screw the general store, Mom can deal. Whoa, did I miss something? You good, Kanika? Just some family drama. I'm sure I was gonna take a sick day anyway. I don't want to infect the entire town with whatever cold this is. Instead, I'll just infect both of you and whoever else we come across while looking for Stella. I'd like to think that, but Sybil only ever made mind-altering teas only recently. I mean, like, on the one hand, it would be it would make sense that she's only started that recently to, kind of push things along. On the other hand, can we really be certain that Sybil hasn't, constantly been, pushing people along whenever she feels like it? If the prospect of mind-altering tease is on the table, anything she does can be a bit suspicious. Let's not forget that Wayne threatened her last night. You don't think he actually followed through on that, do you? Of course we can't be certain. Yeah. I've been trying not to think about it. Does anyone know what happened to that guy? Some kind of accident or something? Mom says he's sick. I don't doubt that he is, but with all the weird magic stuff going on, I'm starting to wonder if it's a normal illness or something else. Okay, let's get started. I don't want to waste another minute. Where to first? Stella first. Okay. I was wondering, where should we start with? Let's go to Stella's house. Good place to start. Maybe she just slept in. That's what I'm hoping to have gone already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today, just in case I ran into yet another horror from beyond the veil or whatever. You make your way towards Stella's house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. Your protective instincts set in and the muscles in your arms tighten, your shoulders straightening. If danger lurks ahead, you're ready for it. She's dead, Stella died, and it's all my fault. I'm not from around here. Is it normal for people to leave their doors open? I have left my patio door open on occasion, usually when I'm home, but I've had squirrels take that as an invitation one too many times and bust in, take a few bites out of my plants, so even I keep my doors closed. Bad enough they go after everything in the community garden, but to come into my house and help themselves to my precious leafy babies? Squirrels of Scarlet Hollow are my only true enemies. And Stella would definitely know better than to leave her door wide open like this, especially considering the ditchling situation. Personal order has been Stella, Oscar, Diner, only to ask about Stella and leave. Mines, and whatever after that. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Sometime I'm going to have to go to the police just to try and report a missing person and have them 100% not do anything, because these are the police of Scarlet Hollow. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? Going in there, let's just get the cops. Yeah, we should go in. Cool, I'll be brave and go first. Avery casually steps over the threshold into Stella's house. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything. Unless it happened in another room, or maybe someone or something caught her off guard. You didn't have to add that last part. I'm gonna forget you said that and just be thankful this doesn't look like a crime scene. I mean, since you are a powerful build, you can visit one more place before collapsing. That's true, that's true. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. And since you're not street smart nor keen-eye, I never look at Stella's computer. Yeah. So I look at Stella's computer. Well, nothing useful here. Stella's kitchen normally this messy? I wouldn't call this messy. It's a little messy. If this is a little messy, I don't want to know what you'd call my room. I wasn't judging. Nothing wrong with a little mess. Or a lot of mess. We're getting off track. Stella's house has always felt a little sterile to me. This feels a little too lived in, if that makes sense. Maybe that's just because I've only been over when she was already expecting me. Maybe this is just a rare peek behind the curtain at the real Stella. The real Stella should call her friends and let them know she's okay. I mean, Stella is a messy person. Yeah, I mean, at the same time, it kind of makes sense that, like, it's just Stella and Gretchen here. So, like, it kind of makes sense that she might clean things up if she knows someone's coming over. And it wouldn't take too much time to do that. Like, a lot of this stuff she probably just doesn't end up using as much of, because it's just her and Gretchen. See, this is where Stella keeps all of her mess, though. You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy. It's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. I better not hear a single comment about this room being messy. I wasn't gonna say anything. It sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? It's a mess. Do you think there's a struggle in here? This sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? I think you've about summed it up. This is definitely a room. Yeah, nothing much to comment on. This is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Could use a few more houseplants. I'll put together some trimmings after we found her. I just noticed that... Hang on a second. There's the, little... the little, like, Gretchen / his general, pug plushie in the corner. That's so cute. never noticed that. All the Gretchen plushie, yeah. Let's put the overlay back on. Like, it'd be very hard to notice with the overlay, because it's just in the corner. Luckily, I have if I was playing this on my laptop, I would never be able to see that at all. Luckily, my screen is much bigger than my laptop screen. Overlay needed for full immersion? Yes. Overlay is needed for full immersion. Aw, she still does those corkboard with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. I play Scarlet Hollow on a laptop. So, like, both Motts and I played, like, Scarlet Hollow the first time on a laptop. However, like, I'm obviously streaming on a desktop computer. I think for obvious reasons, I can see chat on a desktop. But it also means that I get to appreciate all of the pretty artwork much larger. I also get to notice all of I also get to notice a lot more of the hidden little details. Like, far too many ditchlings. There's always far too many ditchlings. Okay, I don't think we're gonna find much else here. Let's move on. Yeah, my screen is 1080p. Yeah. I do not have, like, any, like, 2K or 4K monitor. I have, like, a, pretty normal, like, monitor. It's just slightly, wider. It's like, what, it's like a 27-inch monitor. So, like, it's substantially bigger than a laptop screen, but, like, kind of normal. I don't see the need for a 4K laptop. Okay, like, my current one works fine. Yeah. I swear, like, I've seen, like, people try to be like, oh, look at how much clearer things are in, like, 4K, in, like, 8K, and, like, etc. And it is, like, the most subtle changes I have ever seen. I'm just like, oh, wow. At what point are we going to get to the point that you can't even notice the difference? I can barely notice the difference. I have an ancient laptop that works just fine. Sure, it screams when, like, Motts plays stuff like Supermarket Simulator, but, like, it still runs just fine. The only times I've run into games that my computer has not been able to handle are, like, legitimately, like, Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2, my desktop computer can't handle, and it's entirely due to not having a good enough graphics card. If I had a more modern graphics card, it would probably be much better. Exactly, the changes are so subtle to me, like, sure, it's noticeable, but it's so subtle. Yeah. Okay, so maybe she came home last night, maybe she didn't. But she's definitely missing. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I hoped she would just be sleeping in. I can't believe she's actually missing. We'll find her. Where to next? So, let's go check in on Oscar. He's smart. Maybe he'll know what to do. I hope nothing else happened after we went home last night. You're so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we went through. I'd rather sleep in the woods with the ditchlings than someplace that was that haunted. Your mom said it was safe. I'm inclined to believe her. Why would she lie? But how would she know that? Also, I think she definitely would lie. Magic, probably. There's only one way to find out. Let's go. Morning light streams in through the library's large windows. In the bright daylight, it's once again a place of comfort, all menace having fled in the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure. Sybil would definitely lie. Yes, she would definitely lie. Unmistakably would lie. No ghost. Thank God I was not up for an encore. Yeah, it's gone, just like your mom said it would be. I guess Oscar must be in the... Oh, sorry, that's Kanika there. I guess Oscar must be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if I finally got my house back. I've always been surprised at how unsupervised this place is. Sometimes it feels like anyone would just walk in and do whatever they wanted. Like, what, steal books? I mean, they could, right? Not saying anyone would, I'm just saying that people in this town trust each other. A lot. It's nice. Let's go find Oscar. You make your way back towards the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the light of day, as if the events of the previous evening were just a terrible dream. This hallway really takes me back. Feels like only yesterday we were last here, blissfully unaware that our entire lives were about to change forever. It was only yesterday. I know. Kanika knocks on the door. Oh, good morning. It's good to see all of you. Night. Takes in the sight of you standing in the bright corridor. I hope you're doing well this morning. Please come in. Oscar is stunned by a MILF in broad daylight. He really was, though. To be fair, we weren't a MILF yesterday, like, you know, yesterday morning, so... You're doing really great, Rosalina. Not a lot of kids your age can take shots that well. You're being so brave. You don't have to talk to me like I'm 5. But you are brave. You really are, Rosalina. You're like so bad, eh? Alexis is right. This is more than most people have to deal with in their whole lives, and here you are, taking it like a champ. Dr. Kelly's kind demeanor vanishes as she turns and glares at you. Oh, I see we have visitors. But her glare vanishes as she takes in your new visage. Her features soften into a look of shock and concern. Mr. Gutierrez told me what happened last night, and I must admit I found it hard to believe, but your face... It definitely looks like you've had years stolen from you, whatever that means. It's concerning. I'd like to give you a physical. you just believe a ghost stole years of my life. Think I need someone to fix me? Don't think science capable of fixing ghost magic. It's my punishment for Mima's sins. So wait, you just believe a ghost stole years of my life? Sure, there's plenty of evidence that something happened to you right in front of me. So you're gonna get your physical? Ever since you told me what in-network means, I've been choosing that dialogue option almost every time. Yeah. It is funny. I kind of want to say, no offense, Doc, I don't think science is capable of fixing ghost magic, though. So thanks for the lesson. You're welcome. I wish the lesson was on something less horrible than the nightmare that is insurance. No offense, Doc. I don't think science is capable of fixing ghost magic. Whatever happened to you is clearly physical, or at least has physical symptoms. Never said I could fix it. With how young Scarlets tend to die, you're going to want someone to at least assess the damage. I'll be at the clinic all day. Stop by when you get the chance. Examination finished, Dr. Kelly returns to Rosalina's side. How you doing, Rosalina? Tired? My leg hurts a lot. But the medicine's helping. It's not so bad now. Plus I got to lie down in an actual bed last night. You have no idea how good that felt. Thanks, Knight. Can't believe you got any sleep last night after all that ghost stuff. I just sat on the couch with all the lights on. I don't think I slept at all. I really needed some rest after, the hospital, my foot. Your body is desperately trying to get you to rest. All that activity yesterday was pretty brutal on your injury. It's never going to stop hurting if you keep pushing yourself. You're welcome, Rosa. You owe me. So what are you not gonna do today? Anything? That's right. You're staying right here, no walking around, no investigating haunted houses. Sorry, Dr. Kelly, I should have been better at stopping her. I take full responsibility. As her father, I should have. No need for anyone to step in and take blame for anything. It's the hospital's fault for sending her home at all. It's gross negligence, if you ask me. But give it time, and you can do all the activities you want. All right, Rosalina? I'm guessing Charlie didn't come back for an encore. Not as far as I know. I slept in Rosalina's room and made sure to put some heavy objects on top of that hatch to give myself an extra peace of mind. But thanks to you, I didn't see or hear anything all night. I think we're in the clear. I didn't see anything either, but even if something did happen, I wouldn't No, I was asleep as soon as my head hit the pillow. I'm too tired to worry about ghosts anymore, to be honest. Losing a limb will do that, especially if you decide to tromp around the next day like nothing happened. It would have been fine if it weren't for Charlie. Good thing he's gone then. Let's hope he stays gone. How's Reese? He's fine. Had a rough night, but he'll recover. He's used to this sort of thing. He just needs a couple days to get back on his feet. That means no more excitement, not even a movie. Sorry to hear that, Dr. Kelly. What do I want to say here? I think I might still go with the movie one. I want to see Shinochi Death's Blood. I was promised chilling Japanese found footage horror. Watch it on your own. I'm sure your cousin has a TV lying around somewhere in that big house. I don't think we do, actually. I mean, certainly, I don't think we've encountered one in any of the rooms we've seen so far. And I kind of don't think Tabby would watch TV in the estate anyway. Hey, have you seen Stella since last night? Not since dinner. She hasn't gone in touch with any of you? No, we have no clue where she's gone. That's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I feel terrible. I should have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. There's no way you could have known how she would react when we found it. I don't even think she knew how she'd react. Besides, you didn't know how bad it was gonna get. You can't blame yourself for everything, man. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay, but sometimes that's just not gonna be possible. You're only one guy. That's what Rosalina's always saying. I suppose I do apologize more than I should. You really do? Why does everyone seem so chill? Shouldn't you all be traumatized? Just because I'm not a gibbering heap doesn't mean I haven't been mentally scarred beyond my comprehension. I know I should be freaking out, but what can I say? Last night was fun. So I'm just going with the flow, seeing where this adventure takes me. Fun? Speak for yourself. I feel like the only reason I'm not a total mental shutdown right now is that the crisis hasn't really stopped. The week started with a bunch of monsters appearing in the woods, and it's just been one thing after another ever since. So, yeah, I'm putting off the inevitable breakdown till I know things are done escalating. I feel you, Kanika. I feel you so much. Far too much. Far too much. Heh. I don't think it's sunk in for me yet. I'll deal with whatever I'm picking up now, and therapy when I'm 30. That's what grown-ups do, right? We found something in Oscar's house last night. A stone carving that gave me and Tabitha a vision about what happened here. There was one in the mines the other night, too. Both of them had some sort of pull on me. Whatever they are, there's something like them in your clinic. I felt it last night. If you notice anything weird at the clinic, would you mind if we looked into it? Would you mind if we looked into it? Yes, I would mind. I understand there's been strange events in Scarlet Hollow this week. There's nothing unusual going on at the clinic. I'm not going to let you go snooping around based on some funny feeling. But if something does happen at the clinic, aren't you worried about Reese? If there's anything like what happened to us last night, none of you have to concern yourselves with my son's health. I know how to take care of him, even in a supposed ghost emergency or whatever it is you're worried about. Dr. Kelly, how would you handle a ghost emergency? Like, you know, do you have like a bottle of holy water? Are you just gonna tell the ghost to F off? What's the plan? You remain silent. So, you've got your meds, you've got your nest of pillows, a helpful friend by your side, and a cat to keep you company. Seems like you're all set. Make sure you do a whole lot of nothing today. I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. Yes, thanks again for coming down to see us, Joan. Not a problem. I'd much rather she stay put than have to get in and out of cars. I'll call later today to see how things are going. Hope the rest of the week is less eventful for the both of you. Goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? Dr. Kelly turns towards you again, her usual glare absent. And I hope you'll take me up on my offer tonight. I'm concerned about you. Then she pushes past you to leave Oscar's house. We'll let you kids have some space. Alexis, why don't you figure out a restful activity for you and Rosalina? Will do, Mr. Gutierrez. I brought some video games and puzzles from my house, and some movies too. Whatever you want to do, Rosalina. Oscar ushers you back down to the library. Oh, what's up? Is everything okay? Yes, everything's fine. Or at least much better than yesterday. I can't thank you enough, Knight. I'd like to be as helpful as I can from here on out. Now that our little situation is dealt with, I'll finally have time to dig into the town archives. Our house was haunted because someone was murdered there. The mine collapse the other night was at the site of a mass grave. With enough research, maybe we'll be able to get a step ahead of the next crisis. Maybe we can actually preempt it. That is, assuming there's going to be a next crisis. But something tells me we aren't in the clear yet. modest grave in the mines. Shallow grave under the library annex. The clinic, was formerly a hospital that treated quite a lot of patients. We're going to the Forbidden Wing, a place that, obviously is a death trap to begin with. There are multiple Scarlets that died on the estate grounds. Some that I think just went missing as well. It's... Oh crap, there was new art posted in the Scarlet Hollow Discord. Oh really? That's cool. I wonder if that means that Black Tabby posted something new. Oh. Oh boy. Seems to be the Forbidden Wing, yeah. Pulled up their blue sky to look at it. Wow. It's like kind of a map picture of the town. That's the church. Oh dear, that's the church. City Hall. Scarlet Estate itself. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm getting so excited. I know, right? Like, oh, I know, I'm legitimately blanking on what to say here. Just seeing, this. Oh dear. If it wouldn't be an entire process, I'd pull it up on the stream. Just that, it could be, large and we could look through it, but that'd be like a whole process. Oh boy. That's a lot to think about. Obviously they're teasing it, but if you zoom in on that portrait in the middle, ooh. No, it's fine. I'm currently looking at it. Yeah. I'm more saying that I'd kind of want to be able to zoom in on a screen larger than my phone. But, we should compare notes. Not that I have any to start with, but if you know anything that might narrow down my research, it could save me a lot of time. Okay, but I'm thinking about the different locations. They're all sites that have they're all sites that have had death at them. I'm wondering if that is like something that is triggering like them, whether it's like a sacrifice thing or if it is just like, oh, these things are kind of beacons for supernatural activity. I don't think we actually know much more than you do. I've got some hunches. Can't help but feel there must have been some inciting incident inciting event ever since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight. What that inciting event was or where I'd start looking for it, I have no idea. It's something to keep in mind. Avery stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only started happening once Night got here. Kanika shoots Avery a glare. No, we're not throwing Night under the bus. What? There's nothing wrong with being a magical catalyst? Sure, there's probably nothing wrong with someone being a magical catalyst, but there's definitely something wrong with saying someone's a magical catalyst. If people get the wrong idea, we're only a couple steps away from the whole town deciding to shaw her. Nobody's gonna drag Night into a witch hunt on my watch. I'd like to think we've outgrown the days of running people out of town on rails. I'd rather play it safe. There is a non-0% chance of someone getting run out of town on a rail, though. Aw, Kanika is so defensive of us. Yeah, that is nice and sweet. Don't worry, it's not like I'm gonna run around town telling everyone that Night magicked a bunch of terrible disasters into existence. But if there's a catalyst for all of this, why wouldn't it be a lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Night getting into town isn't the only major event that's happened lately. Perlan died over a week ago, and those creatures in the woods are already reproducing by the time she arrived. Not to mention, I started seeing things in our house before Perlan passed. I think I never thought to make a note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. If there's a root cause for all of this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm gonna do my best to find out if there's ever been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. Those carvings I warned Dr. Kelly about are important. You'd think there's something like that under my house all this time. I think someone must have put it there. But who? And there was one in the mines, and if you're right, there's one in the clinic. Maybe that's what I should be focusing on right now. How many of those things are there? And if we're lucky, maybe just those 3. I'd rather not count on it. Good thing Night has an open appointment with the doc. You can look around for clues while you're there. And it's probably a good idea to see her anyways, for your health. I'm sure Reese'll be fine. Shame she preemptively shot down our movie night to have been the perfect cover. What are you talking about? You got an open invitation to visit at this point. We don't need a movie night as cover. She has an open invitation for a physical. I don't think Dr. Kelly is going to be too appreciative of that turning into an investigation. We should be more cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? That sounds wonderful, Oscar. I don't think Sybil's gonna let me. We have a carving right here. Maybe studying it can give us some new leads. You think when you're having your one-on-one doctor appointment with Dr. Kelly, you think Kanika is secretly worrying about if Knight is doing anything else with Joan? I feel like Kanika would be a bit concerned, but I mean, if you haven't, like, flirted with anyone else, I think she might trust you to be, you know, just getting a normal physical. I do think the thought probably would cross her mind, though. And not a chance. I know the ghost's probably gone for good, but that thing is evil, and if there's even the slightest chance that going back down there triggers something, it's not worth disturbing. At least not until we know more. My daughter's safety comes first right now. We finally have our house back, and I'm not taking any risks until we know what we're dealing with. No arguments here. I think Sybil knows more than she's letting on. She wants me to come talk to her today. My mom? But there's been such a crystals and herbs kind of lady, not like someone who actually knows about supernatural stuff. Still, she did seem really calm and confident last night, weirdly so. I hate this. She did seem strange last night. She kept shutting down the conversation like she was rushing us all along, trying not to let us linger on the supernatural long enough to reach any conclusions. Still, I'm inclined to agree with Kanika here. If she does know something, why would she be hiding it? I'd be interested to know what exactly she intends to tell you that couldn't be discussed in front of the rest of us. Kanika, Knight is only doing a checkup and doing some investigating. But what if me not being with Knight makes her go for Joan? No, she wouldn't. But what if... so on and so forth. Yeah, I mean, okay, Kanika is definitely a chronic overthinker. You know? She's a chronic overthinker. She's going to be, paranoidly thinking about this all night. Make sure Pixel stays inside, else she might get grabbed by ditchlings. The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those faces? Yeah, the anguished doughboys. I kinda like them. It's like a hidden object game out there today with all the little weird faces here and out of the bushes. I like them. Are we talking about the same creatures that have been laying eggs in the local wildlife? I don't want to get friendly with them or anything, I just think they're kind of interesting. To each their own. Will do. I can't imagine how devastated Rosalina would be if something were to happen to him, especially after everything she's been through. Hey, Apothecary. Kanika on that anxiety grind set? Yes. She is on that anxiety grind set. I wonder if this could be the work of some sort of cult. Mentioned something like that at the library the other day. If there was a cult in Scarlet Hollow, I feel like I'd know about it. I think the cops are in on it. Know any local cults that could be responsible? Let's not get all satanic panic just yet. I know it's not looking unlikely at this point, but having lived in this town all my life, I feel like I would know if there was some cult that ran the place. Hey, Cherry finally has a crown! Huzzah! I don't know what you've done, Cherry, but congrats. Or maybe it's something YouTube's done. At this point, I can't tell. I can't see it on my... No! YouTube, why do you hate Cherry so? You do have a crown. It's... And you're gaining XP. Yes, that... I don't know why YouTube isn't showing it to you, but that is a thing. It just seems like the kind of thing that wouldn't be easy to keep secret in a place as small as Scarlet Hollow. I'd love to be part of some weird religious cult. See what kind of stuff they get up to. But, alas, either I've never been invited or there are none to be found in the holler. I don't even know of... I don't know of any in public record. Even in the 70s, when cults were a dime a dozen and hippies were flocking to the hills. You know what? Screw y'all. I'm gonna make my own YouTube with blackjack and hookers. Let us know if you do make your own YouTube with blackjack and hookers. YouTube sucks. Sounds like you've got something to work on now. We should get back to looking for Stella. I do. Thanks for the lead, Knight. See you around, Oscar. Let us know what you find. I will. Good to know you have an open invitation to the clinic today. Finding Stella should be our priority, but it wouldn't hurt to check in on Reese later. Wouldn't hurt for you to get a checkup either. Okay. Next up, diner. Let's check out the diner. A good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. Here's hoping Winnie doesn't try and rope me into clocking in early. Diner, only to ask about Stella and leave. Got it. Feels like you've walked into a private meeting. The back booth is full of miners, and they're having what seems to be an intense discussion, their expressions gravely serious. Day one of having this crown, allegedly, I've gone mad with power. I immediately threatened to make you two blackjack and hookers. Also, I insulted my stream friends. I feel bad. Don't read that. That's my diary entry. You'll be okay, Mantis. It'll be okay, Cherry. Pat, Mantis. I'm sorry for being well, I'm very... You see, mantises are very good at looking at things. Yeah, I saw text and, you know, had to read it. And I'm sorry. It feels like you've walked into a private meeting. Oh, yeah. What's going on? There's a strike up in the mines. They've made the diner base their base of operations. When you asked for the morning off, didn't think you'd be showing up with friends. Sorry, Aunt Winnie. Stella's gone missing, and I've been helping these two track her down. You haven't seen her, have you? Do apologize now? And I can't say I have. Should I be worried about her? I hope not. We're not interrupting anything here, are we? Of course not. Any paying customers welcome. As long as you aren't about to step on anyone's toes or cause a fuss. Yeah, you did walk into a private meeting, my diary entry, privacy invader. I'm sorry. The miners are back. Miners in back were too engaged in conversation to notice you enter. Instead of speaking in hushed voices, argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. Sure, the shift schedules are tough, and sure don't get enough time for me to see my family as often as I'd like, but it's the best job I can get right now. Listen, kid, you're only a year or so into this gig. Trust me, the longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first you're just unhappy, but you think you can weather it till you find something better. A paycheck's a paycheck, I get it. The next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary S about you, uses up every free second it can suck out of its workers, and pays us just enough to survive. Not so much that we can either save enough to get the hell out. Zach, we could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck. My sister needs the paycheck. I'm the only reason she can afford her tuition right now. I can't get fired. And this job still has its perks, like the company housing. I can't afford my own place and send money back home. I don't know where I'd live if I didn't have this job. Right, the company housing. How generous of the big boss to put you up in a company-owned shack that ain't had proper maintenance done in decades. You know she uses the housing as an excuse to pay us less. The company housing, that means that nobody in this whole darn town owns the place they live. So that Scarlets can keep getting away with whatever they want. Oh my gosh, Zach's so Union Court. Yes. Zach's is very Union Court. They are in the middle of a strike, to be fair. Give. Zax, we don't have the numbers, man. You know it's risky. Riskier than most of us can afford. We would have the numbers if y'all would stand with me and not to let management's scare tactics get to you. It's not scare tactics. People like her now. They ran into a collapsing coal mine and saved 3 children from being buried alive. I feel you, I really do, but how are we supposed to organize a strike against a town hero? You try to tell me that a mine collapsing less than 2 days ago is why you don't want to strike? It's a bad time, Zax. It's always a bad time, Baker. It doesn't matter whose name is on the deed for the place. Without us, there is no mine. We've got them against the ropes. We can't back down now, or they'll come out swinging. That was a lot of reading, Zax. Hey, have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The miners turned towards the doorway, all eyes glaring at you in unison. Yeah, just ask about Stella. Yeah. The YouTuber? We ain't seen her. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. Hope she's okay. I guess we should get going. You turn and leave the diner, Avery and Kanika trailing close behind you. Still no sign of Stella. Do you think Stella would be interested in blackjack and/or hookers? I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I could particularly see Stella playing cards. Tabby. yes, to Tabby next. As for Stella's opinion on hookers, I'm not sure. You're right, Stella would be interested in Tabby, yes. We should go to the mines. Guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousin, since they're friends. You don't see it? Oh, come on, the two of them, such a dynamic, you know? Classic dog and cat situation. Come on, I'll drive us. Stella as a hooker. Follow Kanika to her van. Isn't long before you find yourselves outside the Scarlet Mines. Small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mines, picket signs in hand. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Don't worry, I know these guys. Most of them are in the diner at least a couple days a week. They'll be chill. Will they be chill, talking to Tabitha's cousin, though? Well, it isn't the boss's cousin. Might have had us fooled the other day, but word gets around fast. You know, I'm old now. I excised a ghost from the library last night at great personal cost. Do we just go straight into asking about Stella? Should we, kind of greet them? Do we mention about the fact that we're old? What do you guys think? While I take some much needed sips of water. Go with the sexiest option. Ask about Stella and talk about being old. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? She's the one on all the banned from property posters, right? We haven't seen her and we've been out here all day, so we'd know if she'd come by. Oh no, this isn't looking good. It's okay, just because she hasn't been seen today doesn't mean something bad happened to her. Make sure to keep an eye out. Have you noticed I'm old now? I excised a ghost from the library last night at great personal cost. Guess you look a little different. You look like any old Scarlet to me. Also, when you say you need to talk to Tabitha, I recommend saving when out of the mine left a lasting impression. People are still calling the boss a god-dang hero. Calling Tabitha a hero? Really? We were there too that night. They just forgot how poorly she's been treating us. or how unsafe the mines are. I can't go back down there knowing the rocks over my head could come down at any second. I value my life more than a paycheck. Oh, good. I was, dumb luck she saved those kids. If she had any actual values, she'd come to the table and give us what we're owed. No, there's not a lot of us here. More of us at the diner, and there's more of us setting up mutual aid. Well, the stream ended. Yeah, I think the internet is having some issues with the weather. We may have to wrap soon if the weather continues to be like this. Once people see our follow-through, they're gonna join up. This is only the beginning. Let me know if there's anything the general store can do to help. Kanika will not, will not miss an opportunity to F with Tabby. Anything you can think of, we'll take it. We need all the support we can get right now. So stream spiky for you too, Aetherwolf. I'm very sorry about that. The my internet gets really twitchy when it rains for no reason. It honestly doesn't make much sense. It only really seems to happen when there's precipitation. We're fine. Stream cut out for a sec, we're fine now. Pat, you'll be okay, Mantis. Pat. Thank you. What are your grievances? We'd like competitive pay, 8-hour shifts instead of 12 or more, improvements to sick days and vacation policies, and a thorough safety inspection before any of us step foot underground again. That collapse is way too close to the active mine for me to feel safe down there until I know for sure I won't wind up buried under 2 tons of rock. Pat, you're fine, Mantis. Thank you. We want to change things. No reason we should be treated like we're a disposable workforce. If we're the ones making her money, we should be making money too, not just scraping by. Also, Neeks is right there. Don't say anything mean to the strikers. Oh, definitely not. That's a lot of grievances. Working here seems tough. Yeah. Do you think Tabitha can even make those changes without the mines going under? I'm sure she can figure it out. I'm not saying she's not a bad boss. People clearly aren't happy with her. But coal's getting used less and less. I've seen the old Scarlet house. It's practically condemned. If she has money to spare, where's it going? I really didn't peg you as someone who'd go to bat for Tabitha. I'm not. Just trying to get the full picture here. If mine fails, I don't see how Aunt Winnie's diner doesn't fail with it. Okay, but that's the whole problem. A single family shouldn't be able to hold an entire town hostage. The workers need a say in the business. I like Avery thinking about it out loud. Yeah, it's definitely nice that Avery is, voicing their thoughts. Because, they could have just kept that to themselves and, then we wouldn't have additional perspective. Fair enough. But I'll save regardless. I need to talk to my cousin. I'd be happy to pass along your demands. Sure, if you think you can get her to come to the table, it can make a real difference. Just make sure you leave the actual demands to us. Okay, if I'm helping you out here, do you mind if I go talk to my cousin? Sure, go for it. I don't care if they're okay with you going in. I'm still not crossing a picket line. Very, very valid, Kanika. Like, the virus should be treated better and things should change, but Tabitha, can Tabitha even begin to make those changes without the mine going down? Yeah, like, the mine's already not doing good. If she makes, like, the changes, it would be entirely a gamble that, like, the increased productivity of the miners being paid well and not generally suffering would then be enough to get the mine out of the debt it was already in. Because I'm gonna assume it was already in the red there. Besides, I don't think Tabitha would be too happy to see me. Let's wait by the fan while you go talk to her. Say, everyone who works here is regular at the diner. Don't want to make things weird. See you on the other side. The industrial noises of the Scarlet Mine are only a little quieter than they were 2 days ago. The trail that serves as Tabitha's office looms above you on the hill. You walk up to Tabitha's trailer and knock on the door. You wait for a moment. No response. You knock again. Oh, darn, since the buyers actually like you don't get any pushback. I guess that might be an advantage of having hot. Never could manage that somehow. Really? Interesting. That's interesting. That like you've gotten more pushback in the past. I mean, I would assume it has something to do with some dialogue options chosen somewhere. You're truly special, Mantis. Oh, thank you. Oh, for the love of... Door swings open. Oh, it's you. Should I go? Yeah, and try not to get yourself noticed. Rodriguez pauses before he leaves. Whoa, what happened to you? It's a Halloween costume. Huh? Really could have fooled me. Halloween's not till Monday, and some high-quality makeup work. It's a Halloween costume. Don't make me repeat myself. Hey, do you have a minute? It's important. I can make some time. Should I? I already said you can leave, Rodriguez. We'll talk more later. Door clicks as Rodriguez leaves Tabitha's office. Oh dear. Tabby is pissed. The instant you're alone, Tabitha rounds on you. Grabs you by the collar, face close to yours, eyes full of rage, her words a frustrated hiss. Whoa. Yeah, I've never seen Tabitha angry. I have, well, if you have a powerful build, I do, but again, wow, I've never gotten, like, angry Tabitha. Everything that's happened this week, last thing you need is Tabitha yelling in your face. You don't have to take this from her. You grab her hand, push her off you. She's surprisingly strong for her size, but she's still quite a bit weaker than you. She dusts herself off as she regains her footing. Listen to me, Knight. Really listen. This isn't some fun little game, okay? This is my life, and if you value yours, you'll keep quiet about what you just saw. I don't care if we're family. Make the rest of your stay here a living hell if you cross me. Tossing me around my office doesn't change that. So close to having everything under control here. I'm not gonna risk you mucking it up like you've done with everything else this week. Well. Just wow. Oh, more powerful build. I try to decide if I want to, because both of those are kind of snappy though. I feel bad for Tabby clearly being pissed off at me. I actually like the first two. Really. I mean, she snapped at you first. That is true. In between, do you want to try that again? And we should talk about the strike, and we should talk about what just happened in here. Of course, say what you want. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with we should talk about the strike, and we should talk about what just happened in here. Try and, try to de-escalate it just a little. Although, no, we're chill, I get it, is definitely the much more de-escalating option. We should talk about the strike. We should talk about what just happened in here. No, we shouldn't. End of conversation. What'd you come up here to talk about anyway? Decide you want to bother me on the worst possible day to be bothered? Stella's still missing. Looking all over town for her and don't have any leads. Why do things keep happening to me? These guys just have one day where only one thing happens. To have the groans and frustration. I'm sure she'll turn up. I'll see if I can get a hold of her. Don't think about looking for my missing acquaintance because you have passed do anything dangerous. You're forbidden from doing risky things even for what you might think is a good reason. I don't think I'm able to judge what's risky or not. Last night was supposed to be a cakewalk. That's Fair, actually. Why don't you try lying in bed all day? You can always leave the search and rescue to her other friends. Want to see how you were doing? Strike, your mom, everything? Let's really talk. Did you really think I'd want to have some kind of heart-to-heart right now? It was supposed to be a cakewalk. We're supposed to, you know, stand around, you know, get some beeps and boops, listen to a radio scream at us for like 20 minutes. No, it got so much worse. Sorry, Knight. I have work to do. Save your probing questions for other time. Or never. I don't care which. Just trying to connect with you. Are you? Is that why you keep ignoring everything I say to spend time with a bunch of strangers instead? I'm kind of tempted to leave with a love you bye. I think I'm gonna leave with a love you bye. Love you, bye. Yes. Don't be weird. You leave the office, the door slamming shut behind you. You find Kanika and Avery waiting for you outside. You don't look like you found any new leads. Feels like we've done our due diligence here. Come on, I'll drive us back to town. We can figure out our next move from there. Where to next? Or you can suggest your next move. You start to feel woozy. Spots form at the edges of your vision. Your legs suddenly feel unstable. Your body sending you clear signals of exhaustion. It pains. Well, that would have went before. Spots form at the edges of your vision. Your legs suddenly feel unstable. Your body sending you clear signals of exhaustion. It pains you to imagine how difficult the effects of Charlie's deal would be to manage with someone less fit than yourself. Even your powerful body is struggling just to walk from place to place. And shake it off before Kanika and Avery knows, but still, it won't be long before your aching muscles need to rest. You should plan your next move carefully. That could have went better. Yes, that, boy, did that go poorly. I think, like, my throat's definitely gotten quite a bit too dry. I think spookily the game audio stopped just altogether. Okay, that's creepy. There's no background music. I think I'm gonna call it there for today. I'd see you next time. Yes, definitely see you next time. Oh boy, like, I just feel so bad about, like, I feel so bad with Tabby there. Alright, bye-bye. See ya. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day and, rest of your week. I'm probably going to go and inform Motts about getting yelled at by Tabby. Go text them. Goodbye, everyone. I'm off to make YouTube with blackjack and hookers. Bye, y'all. Bye, Cherry. Go make better YouTube. Good luck, Jared. Yes. Yes, good luck.